Dumpster Divas. Welcome back to another episode of Dumpster Dive with me, Tom Hamlet. And today I'm joined by a podcaster, a reality TV producer, Chris DeRosa from Fixing Famous People is back on the pod to dive into all things in the city. Chris, welcome back to the show. How's it going?
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
It's going okay. It's hot.
It is hot. But Chris, congratulations are in order because you did work on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Roaring 20th. Is that what it's called?
Yes, I think so. Yes. I'm learning this as everyone else is, by the way. Yeah.
Yes, that is, I think, what it's called, guys. Congrats on the show. The trailer just dropped this morning as we are recording, and the show looks like it's going to be an absolute blast.
I'm excited. We had a lot of fun making it. So it's yeah. I'm really excited.
I have to imagine it was a blast too, because it was such a condensed filming, and it seems like so much happened. So many people are seeing.
Oh yeah, we were flying like every 2 days, and it was like moving that many people that quickly because the crew is way bigger than a regular Housewives crew, and moving that many people that quickly was a beast.
How big is a regular Housewives crew, like on the regular season? If we're filming just like at the hometown, when
we're at a restaurant, if we're in a restaurant, like, and it's just one crew, it's just one crew there and two girls sitting at a table, right? You probably have like 10-ish or 15 crew members if there's like extra people, but like not big. You know what I mean? It's lean on purpose.
Almost so big though. I guess it makes sense.
No,
like with everyone's jobs. Yeah.
Yeah. But like compared to like how many people are on Project Runway every single day when you show up to the studio, that's like a eighth of the crew. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, guys. So Chris is over here producing all sorts of shows. He's doing Project Runway this season and Housewives. And you still find time to enjoy the shows, which I think is fun.
Yeah, well, after doing it for so long and also watching them for so long, do you really need to like sit down and have it be like appointment television? You don't.
Yeah.
Like I watched In the City at the laundromat today when I was doing my laundry, and like I'm very prepared to talk about it.
It goes once you know the characters, it goes down.
You're good. You're good to go. You know.
Well, before we get into In the City, so guys, right before we hopped on today, a new installment and everything going on with Wes and Amanda has hit the airwaves, and that is that West and these two other straight guys do these, like, I don't know the title of the segment they do, but for a while it started during Scandival, and they've been doing these like whiteboard like explanations of what the scandal is to someone who doesn't know what it is.
And this has to be like as if it was like a football play? Is that what this is?
Kind of. There's definitely like a straight twist on the gay culture, on the female and gay culture of reality TV. And so they have like all the names are behind them, and like also like not even just names, but also like for this they did Summer House. The horsehair tie was like on there, and like yeah. And so anyways, so they draw circles and they're like, okay, this person connects to that, this person connects to that. So everyone has been asking for them to do a Summer House version because West, who has been a part of this content, is now a part of the actual drama itself. And similar to how West is acting on his podcast, he revealed infinitely more information about the whole thing than he did on the reunion or the aftermath. And it's further just so confusing about why he just moves weird, and why does he choose to reveal things in certain places but not others?
Because he's a liar. That's why.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean? Like, because there's always a lie under a lie under a lie. Whereas like normally on reality TV, it's like, this person said this to me, I was upset, I then did this, which then made this person say this, which then means this. Like, and then we're good to go.
Yeah. Well, and I agree. I mean, he's pathological. He's a pathy, as Lindsay says.
I can't.
But the bullet points of what happened. So first, he reveals that him and Amanda did not write that statement. He wouldn't say that it was ChatGPT
They're turning on each other. Oh my, here we go. Okay, great. So he's like, we didn't write this.
They didn't write it. Also, the two guys that he films this stuff with, their names are Nelson and Brody. They are like they kind of hold his feet to the fire in it too. They're like, you are a shitty friend. Like,
okay, love that.
You lied to us. And so that was kind of shocking. He said that regarding the Yankees game moment, that he was trying his hardest not to make out at the Yankees game, but he couldn't help himself, which made me want to like gag. Like it's that
But
hard.
also, like, who cares?
He says allegedly drugs were maybe at play during the reunion, which led to me being a bit zonked out. Those are his words. He said allegedly drugs were maybe at play. I mean, these are things that we can.
I don't
deduce.
care anymore. I don't. Guess who doesn't care? Me. Like,
And then-
do it or don't. Do it or don't.
Right.
Do it or don't.
And then he says the most one of the more well two of the worst parts of it. One is that he tries to spin an empathy kind of moment, a sympathy
Of
moment,
course.
not an empathy moment. That the reason he didn't react at the reunion like everyone wanted him to is because he's unpacking a lot of daddy issues he has from growing up, because his dad had anger issues and he would try and like hold in his reactions to things to calm the family dynamic, which sure, but like why is once again this coming out now? Like it's almost like you're trying to be like, look at me, like life is hard. It's like, yeah, I everyone has shit, but like that you could have revealed that a long time ago.
Yeah.
And
also it doesn't, like, life is hard. Yeah. Yes. Correct. But like you also need to, that doesn't, like, you still harmed people. You know what I mean?
You
People are
harmed
hurt
people.
by your people. Not you harmed people. People are hurt by your actions. People are hurt.
Not like physically.
People are
harm
hurt by
people.
your but people are hurt by your actions. So like they would like you to speak up about it, and you kind of need to.
Right. And then last thing, they talk about the dick pic. Oh, they also talked about the sex video as well that didn't come up at the
What's
reunion.
the sex video?
The reason they came out with their statement that was AI or their like PR person was because
Sure.
there was a video of Amanda and him hooking up, and so he does bring that.
Was
up.
it real? Is it real?
Yeah, it's really out there.
No.
Yeah.
Why do people? I'm sorry.
No, I know the surveilling is crazy.
But why? Why do people make sex tapes?
Well, this wasn't a sex tape. This was them hooking up in their apartment, and someone
I'm aware of
across the alley filmed
Oh.
it.
Oh, okay, that's different. I'm thinking
it's-
like they're like, let's like video me fucking you. I'm like, who does that? Like, I'm sorry. I'm like an adult. You know what I mean? And again, and if you're gonna go put it on OnlyFans and make money, do it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to say it like that, but it's just like, that's so weird. Like if someone's like, let's like film this, I'd be like, no. I'd be like, for what? Like for me to watch? Don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see myself doing that at all.
No, I certainly don't want to see myself. Also, like, what happens when I become so famous? Like, you're gonna
No,
strip me.
period. But wait, someone looking in their window and seeing it is diabolical. I'm sorry.
it's crazy.
It's not okay.
No. And then the last thing he said, so they start to talk about his nudes that leaked that come up at the reunion, and they're like, why did you ask if you were hard when you found out that the nudes leak? And he goes, they included that in the reunion, and the two guys go, you didn't watch the reunion?
No, yeah.
And he did.
This is
of
rough.
course, I mean, we kind
This
of
is
like knew
rough.
that, but like
It's hard.
So guys, don't watch it. I watched it, so you don't have to. Don't give them a stream, because Wes doesn't need more attention. But here we are talking about him. Well, let's get into In the City. Chris, how are you liking In the City?
I'm enjoying it. I do have my notes, but I am enjoying it. There are some people I don't care about at all. Like couldn't
Like Yvonne's husband. I can't ever remember his name.
and her, but like especially her husband, which I will keep slamming. But like I have my do you want to go chronologically? How do we want to do this?
We'll go. I'll walk us through the episode.
Yeah.
And then you can rant. You know,
Because I do like I have my notes for everyone, but I want to save them for when it's their scene. But like there's people I don't care about. There's people that I really do care about. I also want like obviously Kyle and Amanda are delivering with the drama, but like everyone else is kind of like, all right, let's get to something. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, the rest needs to get. I think they're getting their footing. Like Gavin is really trying to get in there with some drama. Kenny is doing a lot. Like the boys are playing more somehow than the girls in this.
Yeah, the
iteration.
girls are snooze fests. I'll tell you that much.
Well, see, I love Georgina. I think Georgina is a lol and a half.
Which one's Georgina?
She's the med spa injector whose kids are constantly like shitting on the walls.
Oh,
No.
okay. Here's the actual problem with it is that like in the Valley suffers from this as well. Like when I was watching the Valley the other night and they're like going to wherever they're going, Mexico, and they're like all with the strollers and Kristen's crying because the thing and that was again another violation of privacy when Kristen's changing her baby's like
Crazy,
diaper in a
guys,
bathroom
crazy.
and people are taking pictures of it. Like, what's the fuck's wrong with you? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, Let people have their space.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see them in Mexico with their kids. I don't want to see the nannies. I don't want to see all that stuff. And again, I understand Kristen really doesn't need the baby to be there because she's fully postpartum and it's really sad to watch. But like, I don't want to see the 7 babies crawling on her. And everyone's talking about, later I say, I don't care about ovulation.
Well, I thought that was an ad. I was like, is this an ad for an app that
Like, I don't need to talk about them all having kids. Like, that's not what I want from my reality television. So that's going to be an immediate, like, I block her out because I just can't see her with like 3 kids running around and her being like, I'm doing it all. And I'm like, you're not, like, and I just don't care.
Well, unfortunately, 3 of the cast members are pregnant of In the City right now. So like the next season will fully be
Them
the
giving
Valley,
birth.
the Valley
Like
East
3
Coast.
births. Watch me work on it next season and then pull this up and be like, you're an asshole.
Best show ever.
I'm like, guess who's so great? You. And they're like, you talk shit about me on a podcast.
No,
Anyway.
I like the show. I think it just is
I do like it. I'm
goes
a
down
viewer.
easy.
I'm viewing.
Is my best way to like describe it. Like it's kind of soft brain television for me. Like it goes down easy. I like the characters and I'm having fun. So Yvonne and her husband are like, we're setting up this we're gonna get married again. And it does feel that is going to be like a big drama moment next week where they have their big reception after City Hall and of course Danielle wears white to that. Of course Danielle. Yeah, but I'm sorry, you don't wear blush. You don't wear like a light blush to a wedding. Like that's so close to white.
It's not, I will not use the word pick me because I think it's so overused and I am too old. But there's something about her whole demeanor that is so like, she's trying so hard and yet it's so disconnected from like real feelings. Is that weird to say?
Yeah, no, not weird to say. I understand.
I find her like being like, and now I'm performing this thing that I think I should be doing, and I don't feel anything behind the eyes of it. Does that make sense? Even when she goes up to Lindsay and is like, "Can we talk?" It's so like wooden, and like she should be like on her knees, coming to her friend, being like, "I want to rectify this with you. Can we talk?" Like my delivery right now is just exponentially better than anything she said to Lindsay.
I know.
Does that make sense?
Yes, because I think that a lot of these relationships for her really only consist within the confines of the show. Like I think she stopped having real relationships with these people a couple of years ago outside of cameras, where Lindsay has actually created a relationship with Kyle outside of the show now. And these are some of Lindsay's actually like real friends.
Yeah, like Yvonne. Yeah. When I get the flashback of her like being at the shower, I was like, oh yeah, look, this is like before she was even on the show. Yeah,
right.
That's always that's Dorinda. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah, I mean Dorinda was in some of those. If you go back watch, I think it's season 4.
Season 4. I know. Yeah. I just watched it recently. I had to watch it for a podcast, and I literally was like, that's literally Dorinda right there.
Yeah, they pan over at like a charity thing, and she's just kind of over in the corner sipping a teeny, starting a fight with a stranger. No, I'm kidding.
No, and also, like, I swear to you, I think that there's a scene in season 3 where, like, Ghislaine Maxwell is there.
That wouldn't surprise me.
And it's only the side of her face and the back, and I'm like, that could be any woman with short, dark hair, but, like...
Wait, speaking of Ghislaine, since I never thought I'd say, the news coming out of New York is this whole Cy versus Carol thing. It is kind of raising my eyebrows about.
I love Cy. Cy's the only person that made any drama on that show whenever those new girls came in, so... Like any real drama that's normal.
Yeah, I've been a Cy apologist, definitely.
Same.
I'm
Same.
Intrigued to see what she brings to this.
Yeah. All this to say.
All this to say. Also, we get Amanda in this no furniture ass apartment. I can't handle this shtick of her being like, it's a year, but it's not a year. It's a year, but it's like we're working on things.
However, you are right in every way, and she needs to just leave her husband, and she can't, and that's why she's doing this. Because she's like, 1, I don't want to actually work, and 2, like, she centers her value with men, and like her and Kyle being in a marriage is how she is on this show, is in her mind. Do you know what I mean? And she's had 10 years to like actually build a brand of her own, and she hasn't. So it's like she feels that her attachment to her money, which is generated by this TV show and Summer House formerly, is through her relationship with Kyle. So she doesn't want to actually get a real job, but it's hard for me to be on her side. Like, I'm mad that Kyle is making me be on her side, because like like every complaint she has about him, he did in one day, the day before she moved out of her apartment.
Right. And then also
Like leaving all day, being out from 9 a.m. until 3 o'clock in the morning, bringing people, like being out too late, bringing people back to their apartment that they don't know, being drunk, and like lying, like being like in the mix, we are to assume.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me to like come down too hard on her, because like it's so much like Lindsay said in that, whatever that aftermath thing, is that what it's called? The aftermath. She was like, it's so sad that you made Kyle not be the villain of this when you had everything going for you.
Yeah, I know. And like, but at the same time, you have to just, Amanda, the world has wanted Amanda out of this relationship when she didn't want out of it. And it's hard to continue to root for her, to her independence, when it's just something that she is unwilling to want for herself. The things, the critiques, the issues that she has about this Marathon Sunday thing that she keeps bringing up, I don't have a lot of sympathy for her at this point, because what Kyle did sounds like what Kyle does. And
100%.
And then for her with her dad to talk about how she's going to be out in these streets because that's what she wants, like partying. And he's like, oh, with Kyle?
No, it's because it's like, she's like, I guess I'm going to have to go out more because that's what Kyle wants.
Oh, I misunderstood it. I thought she was like, I'm living alone. I'm going to go out. I'm going to do this. And he's like, you are? She's like, yeah, well, not with Kyle. I thought that's what he.
Oh, is that what she said? Because I felt that it was like, I could be wrong, but I felt that she was like, I know, because she says this later. It's like, I know what you want from me. You want me to like go out more. You want me to be with people, but like, I know what I need to do is like be more outgoing and being out there more. But you, like, here's what I need from you is for you to not bring strangers back to our apartment at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you can't do that, which is like a complete. That's like, does that make sense? That's what I thought she was saying, but maybe I'm wrong. And also, here's the other thing I'm thinking right now, just hearing you say that, is like, she can never like go to dinner with a friend, because then he's like, well, why can't we go to dinner? Why can't you come out to drink with me? And blah, blah, you know what I mean? Like, she probably feels trapped in her own home. But again, it's like, you've been doing this for 10 years. You could just not be together, and you're choosing to be together.
And it's hard to feel bad too when we know the other side of it.
Yeah, sure. I'm blocking out that she's with West at this time. Like, you know what I mean? Right. I'm just blocking that all out of my mind to just take it in as a viewer. But like, it is. But all this to say, my note is Kyle has serious things he needs to explore in therapy.
Oh yeah, I mean he's not well either. Like we can't call him a well person.
I wrote, Kyle desperately needs sobriety, but he can't be sober because he owns an alcohol brand, and that is truly the root of all of his problems.
And he's a DJ. Like, not that you can't be a sober DJ, but like you're entering into a lifestyle of party.
He has masterfully married his monetary earnings to the things that his wife does not want him to do.
Yeah.
To spite her. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I have to go out till 3 o'clock in the morning with strangers because I'm a DJ now. The thing that you don't want me to do anymore, it's actually what's earning us money. And so, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
And like,
oh my God.
And like, oh, I have to drink because I own an alcohol brand.
Right. He's set up this ecosystem for himself where he can't be a sober person. He can't be a stay-at-home dad. He can't be a like stays in on the weekends because that's the ecosystem that he built.
Because he is being paid to not. He's gotten paid to not do that.
Yeah.
Which is very like genius for him.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
And he looks gorge doing it. How? I will never understand how he looks gorge still.
And it's bad. The whole thing's bad. Like, it's bad to the bone is what it is. Like, it's just bad, bad, bad. Are you married? No,
we're just like been together forever, but we're not married.
Yeah, same. Yeah. But like, if your boyfriend like was like, here's the one thing I don't want you to do, and if you do this on the day that I'm about to leave our apartment because we need to work on things, like, you wouldn't do it, right? Because you'd be like, that's a terrible foot to start this whole thing off on. Like, same. But it's like he did like again did every single thing that she will be upset about in one day.
But do you think here's my thing with Amanda. She feels like the type of person who doesn't say what it is she wants. Like she didn't say like I would really want to like curl up on the couch, order in, watch our shows, do all this stuff because it's my last night in the apartment. I think she just sits on the couch waiting for that
Oh
moment
yeah,
to come,
1,000,000%. Yes.
expecting a different result than what would typically happen.
Yeah,
Where
and
in a
your husband's ready to be anywhere but in your apartment with you and out there making out with random girls. You know what I mean? Like that.
Also, this apartment, y'all, it looks crazy in there. It
Yeah.
does. I
When we
didn't
saw that
realize we were
room,
at. I
when we s-
mean,
when you saw that room where it was like she said she was going to clean up all these clothes and that was 2 years ago. That's like meant. I'm sorry, like that we're done, guys. Like that's no.
no, we've
No,
ventured
no,
into
no.
hoarders territory. Like call A and E.
Yeah,
Like what are we doing?
it's
Um,
bad.
let's talk Kenny. So Kenny.
I'm so ready to talk Kenny.
So guys, I want to preface this and say I am very happy that Kenny was able to find his father, and I think that it's really beautiful that he's been able to reconnect and all this stuff. Yes. However, there's as people who Chris has produced reality television. I have consumed it for 20 plus years. Your eyebrows do raise when someone is doing something like this when there's 15 people camera crew and producers and audio engineers all sitting around you. Like why now did you think that it was the time to do it? And I, it's beautiful, but it also my spidey senses are spideying a little bit. What are
There's
your thoughts,
something.
Chris?
My last note is there's something we don't know about Kenny and his dad. Before we get there, I wrote my first note is I've met so many Kennys in New York in my 20s, and they always have 7 girlfriends that look exactly like Whitney on rotation, and they are the shadiest people and or slash grifters.
Yeah, the title of investor often means like you invest in some crazy behavior as well on the side.
And I
Like
wrote the milkman is that man's best friend. Like the milkman is like the sidekick to him.
it's the same type of person. Like if you've met like a serial entrepreneur,
We've seen them.
serial
You have met them at a straight
investor,
bar, have you not? And they're hitting on one of your friends,
I've worked with them.
and you go like to some random weird bar that they own that's weird, and then you're like, and then they're trying to do coke with you, and you're like, why am I here? You know what I mean?
You
That's
described
Kenny.
many nights to me just now.
That's Kenny. You know
No,
what I
that
mean?
is
Like
no,
Kenny,
that
Kenny has 7 Whitneys, and he's shitting 17 bricks that like the other 6 of them are like going to see him with this Whitney, on the TV.
you really think?
Am I wrong?
Well, I mean, the surveillance footage of him. I mean, we learned that in the first episode where he was watching the surveillance footage of the Garrett to see like if there were hot girls there, and he would go over and
That's so
crash. We haven't spent
it.
enough time talking about that.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay, because I like actually can't go there. Okay. I said, okay, the scene on the phone with the dad is so sad and endears me to him, but are we going to get down to the bottom of why they haven't seen each other in decades? And the answer is no, from what I'm seeing on
Yeah,
this
because
episode.
then they met up at some cafeteria looking restaurant and chatted in person later on in the episode. And it's a lot of like, and you know what? Maybe he wanted to, maybe he, there's a world where he probably also wanted to protect his dad. And maybe there was some things that happened.
100%. This
and he
is what I
doesn't
think.
Yeah.
This is what I think. I'm sure early on when they talk to people, like you always talk to them early on in the thing and be like, what are some things that like, tell me about your life, tell me about blah, blah. And the minute he's like, I haven't talked to my dad in 25 years, like that's like ding, 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 ding. That's like that's like the easiest producer like thing ever to be like, well, would you ever want to try to find him? That's like that's a layup of a storyline. You know what I mean? Like that's so like, we've seen it a million times. It's an easy thing. And so it's like, I'm not surprised that this is happening at all, but I wonder what the real story is, because it's not whatever they're telling us this is, because it doesn't make any sense that like your son one year was just like, I don't want to come visit you and not be like, and be there. Then in theory, the dad would be like, okay, I'll come back to the States and see you for a week. Because you're my son. You know what I'm saying? And like, my parents are still married. I'm the least person to talk about like, you know, divorced parents and families. But as just a random viewer, like, why don't they have each other's phone numbers? Even if you don't really talk to your parent that often, Like there's something that caused them to never speak again. And is that the mom being upset that that he has another family and moved on and she's furious? Is that Kenny being crazy and was like, you like having it? Like, was 14-year-old Kenny crazy and like screamed at the dad and had a mental breakdown and flew home? And they were just not bringing that up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just like casually fall out of touch with your parent
And then, I mean, he
and be
reveals
okay
to
with
him,
it and then be really emotional whenever you see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but then he reveals to him that his mom has passed. Like,
and he
it's
didn't know that clearly. He was like, oh
no,
my God, yeah.
like it's a lot of crazy stuff, and I just feel like Kenny, like today, was walking around the streets of Tribeca, like. Anyone gonna comment on how emotional I was on TV last night? Like,
You're horrible. You're
I
horrible.
just feel like he's walking around being like, "Baby, I'm so emo and so vulnerable on this show." It's like, yeah, I don't know. There's parts about it feel clunky to me. I'm happy they reconnected, but once again, eyebrows are raised. I
No,
assume that Andy will ask some
100%.
questions, though. He has
And
to ask
again,
some
I
questions at the
need
reunion.
them to get, because it's not whatever this was that he thought he was pulling on us. No, not one person believes it.
Well, he's clearly very new to reality TV, like knowledge of it in general, because he even was like making all these reels and TikToks and Instagram stories after people were like commenting on his performance in the trailer for In the City. Like, I just think he doesn't really understand the
The way
fan
that you have to
base of
ride the
these
wave, you have to ride
shows.
the wave of it, and he's like then getting in fights with everyone.
Yes. He was
Yeah,
fighting some girl about how he's not MAGA, but he also won't tell anyone who he voted for. And it's like, okay, well, I don't really have the energy to care about this
no,
because
I
you're
don't
not
care.
saying
I
anything.
couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. Yeah,
You're saying
but like,
nothing. So,
there's just the whole thing is weird because it's like he's like it was a very amicable like split with my dad. I was like, you're a 14-year-old kid. That's not amicable is not a way to describe anything when you're 14. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense.
no.
And is he protecting the dead mom who like was like fuck you to him or something? Maybe, but like I get it. But that is not the end of the story, and it doesn't make. And also the stepmom answering the phone, being like, he left his phone here, and he's like bowling. We were looking for you. But that's weird.
Y'all, yeah, there's just a lot of pieces here that I've watched too much Dateline. I've watched too much Housewives. Like,
When
there's
people are like,
things.
"This is a conspiracy. This is what happened. It's really this." I'm the first person to be like, "No, it wasn't." Like, you're really fishing for something that's not there. But like, there's way more there than we know, and he doesn't want to share it.
Yeah. And what also is weird now that I'm really talking about it and talking it out, he also isn't talking about it with the group of friends either.
No,
That's the other
at
thing that's
all,
bizarre. It
at
hasn't come
all.
up at all. Like, Kyle has been his like kind of best friend that we've seen on. He says that Gavin is his like brother, but like him and Kyle have filmed the most scenes together. I mean, we haven't seen anything between him and Gavin or him and Kyle addressing any of the sad stuff. And that's where also I'm like, if this really was something that was not, if it wasn't premeditated, I think you would be just overjoyed to tell everyone in your life about it. And so, for some reason, the idea that like he
We could be
went,
pacing it out, though. I won't lie. We could be pacing it out so that we're not. It's not too. There was already 2 dad scenes
you're
in it,
right.
and that was like the end of it. I mean, that was enough. That's enough real estate for him to have personal scenes. So it's like
Mhm.
we could be getting that late. He could be telling that at that dinner where they all fight. He could be like, "Guys, I want to tell you guys I reconnected with my." Like that might happen there, which makes sense.
I just feel like Lindsay's gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, literally. No, actually, though, she will. But like, I just don't. There's something we don't know because it makes no sense at all.
I know it's hard to be invested too with people you don't know. Like it's hard to
That like you had to
care.
like find a private investigator to find your father whenever he like in theory if like nothing bad happened
Right.
doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's like Melissa Gorga looking for that long lost sister.
Oh, brother, I tried to
oh,
I've blocked that out.
oh, brother. Um, let's see what else we got here. We got Lindsay, Yvonne, and Georgina all going to a bodega to talk about ovulating. This was crazy to me. What are we doing?
I said I couldn't be less interested in ovulation storylines, and I said, but I am thankful that we get to see all these flashback scenes of Andrea shirtless.
He is so hot.
He's
And
so hot.
yes, women, we love you. We're just saying like we don't need. I think what we're saying is that we don't need to be up in the details on this show about like. It's just there's no story. There's no story.
Want to watch young parents? I don't know. That's not what I'm into. I don't, because I don't connect with it at all. And I have so many friends with kids. It's not against that, but I'm just like, I'm not interested. I know that there's a demographic of person that is like, look, they're just like me. I was going through postpartum, blah, blah, but that's not me. And I want them to fight. And I want conflict. And I want funny. I want laughter. You know
But
what I
Chris,
mean?
there are
Like,
also a lot of young parents that also don't want to watch shows about young parents either, because like they're like, I want to watch just either really I want to watch young hot people like get blackout and yell at each other, or I want to watch like old biddies get blackout and yell at each other, but I don't want to watch like 38-year-old couples navigating toddlers.
if we wanted to watch child rearing on camera, we would have, like, the Baldwins would have had a second season.
Did you watch the first season of that?
I watched the first episode and that was enough for me.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Was that a TLC? It was TLC joint, I think, right? I know. I used to be all up in these TLC streets, and I'm not anymore. I can't do it. And I actually know people who have produced on 90 Day and stuff, and like
Same.
I used to love it over there, but
No,
I
it was
can't.
fun in the very beginning, but no, it's too much.
Well, in the beginning, it felt like the Wild Wild West. Like they were
Yes, in a
doing
great way.
crazy
In a great way.
things. Yes.
But now it's like too, and it's just the people are too like sad. And also, I watched an episode. I like did an episode with like Mary Payne, and I was like, you guys all do realize that like we're in one scene with these people that they've stretched over the entire episode, and they haven't gotten up from the same table. And I'm like, I need movement. And yeah.
And there's 30 episodes a season as well.
Yeah, no, nope. Okay. Anyway,
Anyways, we have let's see, we got Kyle at the apartment chatting about how messy Amanda is, and Hoarders comes to clean out.
yeah, I said seeing this bedroom in Kyle's apartment that looks like a closet exploded makes me so badly want to be on Kyle's side. And like makes me want to, it brings me right back over to his side of like, you did nothing wrong. You should have went out twice as long at the marathon.
I know, right? Wait, we didn't
Yeah.
talk about Lindsay. I will say I really thought that Yvonne and her husband, that the name will never land for me. I do love like a city hall wedding. I know they already got married, but like this would be what I would probably do if I got married. I would do a city hall joint and then go to a party. That's not for you?
Sure. But I just am so not. I said I don't care about Yvonne and her husband and who. Oh my God, I'm so mean. I wrote I don't care about Yvonne and her husband, who is a below Sheehan version of Billy Crudup, and then I wrote that should be a compliment, and it's not. And then I said, and I really don't care about their second wedding that they don't need to have, but are doing because they are on a reality show.
Well, yeah, he has the face of like a little too much Casamigos over the years.
Them as a couple, it's like one of these things is not like the other. Like they just stick out to me physically in a way that I don't enjoy. I wrote, however, I am excited for next week because that is the reason. Like I will get through this scene because then I will see them all like go for blood at this table or wherever they are at this place. And we do need that. We need that
I
bad.
wonder where that location is. It is
I know,
fun
really-
watching shows like
I
this
really
in the
want to know where it
city.
is because I bet it's somewhere ridiculous.
It reminds me of it had like a Budokan aspect to it of like when,
But it's not. I don't think it's there.
it's not, but it had the energy of Sex in the City.
It's
movie
somewhere like that.
Budokan.
It's somewhere like it's some place that you and I would never go eat at because we're like, why would we do this to ourselves? And they're like, and it's
Is Budokan still a thing? Do we
it's still
still-
open.
It is still open.
Yes,
Wow.
all those places down there never close. Like Catch is still open.
Well, apparently,
isn't the
Catch is
isn't the
trying to have a resurgence, but
The
I don't
Sugar
know.
Factory, isn't that still there? Like all those restaurants are they never turn over
Yeah, Budokan. Look at that.
because
still
like
open.
Eurotrash goes there and like eats. Like they like think that's New York.
I have been to Budokan once, just because like I was like geeking out about. It was
I
like right
think
when
I
I
was-
first moved to the city.
Yeah, sure, same.
I want to see where Miranda finds out that
Yeah.
Steve was cheating on her, and
Yeah, of course.
that whole thing.
Of course.
But it's
Um,
extremely overpriced Chinese food.
I wrote Yvonne's style is so terrible, it's very painful. I said NYC straight culture is strange. I wrote that as a note.
It is strange, but I have dabbled in it. Like I have straight friends, so I've been in and out of it. But like the world that I'm not a part of is like straight couples culture. Like Like,
Where the guys think they're like mixing it up with the girls too, and I'm like, ooh.
yeah, I that is like so far removed from my New York City experience, but
And they're like not city people, but they live in New York City. Does that make sense to you?
yeah, totally. They were located here for like a job in finance, but like they don't have city energy. Where did you grow up?
Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, like north of
Okay,
Pittsburgh, middle of nowhere.
got it. Yeah.
Do
Oh,
I
and
have
then
no city energy?
no, you have city energy. I didn't know if you grew up in the city.
No, I didn't. No, no, no.
People always wait. Do you know where I grew up? I can't remember.
You told us, isn't it? It's in the South, is it not?
Yeah, it's in Texas. But I
Oh
I
yeah,
grew
I
up in
didn't know. Yeah,
Dallas. But
I did know. I did know. I was gonna guess Tennessee, and then but it was Texas. You have told me this before.
sadly, I get a lot of Connecticut. When people are like, "You grew up in like Connecticut,
I
right?"
can
And
see,
I'm like,
but like blonde, blue eyes.
"Yeah."
That's. But no, I don't think that. Yeah,
I don't give
there's
city
worse.
energy.
There's
to you,
worse
though.
things.
Do I give
There's
city
worse things.
energy
Yeah,
to you
absolutely,
now?
100%.
Okay, great. I love
You give
that.
city energy.
I've been here for
Some
how many years
some
have you
people.
lived in the city?
This will be. Well, I live in Hoboken, so I technically live in New Jersey.
We'll call it, we're
So,
calling it Manhattan.
you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
I live in New Jersey. I'm a New Jersey resident. New Jersey license plate, Jersey ID, Jersey strong. But I've lived in Hoboken since 2013, so 14 years.
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, not Hoboken, but I've been here since 2013.
Yeah.
We
Are
are
we
New
exactly the
Yorkers.
same age? When did you graduate college?
2013.
2013? Yeah, same. Oh my God, twins. Speaking of twins, I don't like that Kyle and Amanda are acting out the parent trap with their dogs. Why are they separating the dogs?
That's
I
so
don't
weird. I would never separate a dog.
like
dogs
why are
that
they
you-
doing that? I don't like it.
They are.
The dogs should travel together to each of them once a week, and that can be a reason that Amanda and Kyle see each other is to like give over the dogs.
I think it's
And then like
sometimes,
have dinner.
I think it's sometimes skipped over. The dogs are related. They're siblings.
No, like I don't like it. And then Kyle even says he's like, what I couldn't tell you the dog's names, but he's like Bruiser,
It's Ryder and
whatever it is. Yeah, it's Ryder and something. He's like Ryder's so confused. I'm like, yeah, that's bad. Like, and those like little dogs like that, like they're like very susceptible to like things like that.
I know.
So like,
and
I don't like that they're doing the parent trap. Like I don't like it.
Do you think one of them has had to spend more time with West than the other? I bet that's the case too. And that one probably has trauma.
That's so funny. But like, do you know what I mean? I don't love like it just makes no sense to split the dogs up.
I agree. I completely agree.
Because then because then you want to go over more often to see the dogs. You know what I mean? Like that could help the relationship.
Yeah, but we don't need anything trying to help them out.
It's all for naught. But like I'm just based on my viewing, you know.
And then we get this scene of this indoor driving range. Once again, straight culture beyond me. I've never stepped foot in an establishment like this.
No. And where was this?
Yeah, I don't.
Because earlier in the season they were at like that place
Tribeca.
called the Lawn, which is like it's very them. It's like preppy, like you can play all these like lawn games there, and it's like it's very like I've talked to them a million times to try to shoot there for shows because it's very interactive and like cool. But like, where was this? Because it wasn't there. I wonder.
Because the Lawn I think is like South Street Seaport area. They could have been there and just like in a different part of it because like they got clearance. Yeah,
Which makes sense.
I feel like all the places like this that are so big are down in like Fidei or Tribeca. Like it just
and
feels
they like all live there. I feel like, don't they?
They're all down there, and then I wonder if any of them are in Brooklyn though. Yvonne gives Brooklyn vibes.
Because they show where they are whenever they're at the scene, which I'm like, why does anyone care? But then they do. But I'm like,
they always say they're in Williamsburg.
But like, Danielle's in Williamsburg. I remember.
Yeah. She doesn't give Brooklyn energy though. That's the thing weird about Danielle.
She also doesn't give New York City energy.
She doesn't.
Many of them don't. Wait. Do any of them give New York City energy? Kenny does.
Who?
Kenny.
Yes.
And Gavin.
Gavin definitely does.
Gavin mostly.
So the boys kind of get into it at the driving range, and Gavin. I like Gavin's energy for the show. Mm-hmm. I don't quite understand what he's doing because he's dragging his alleged best friend through the mud on nearly every episode.
Because he's the the not as cute, shorter sidekick. And Kenny has gotten every girl that he's wanted for 15 years. And he's always taken the scraps. And what did they used to call it? A grenade in Jersey Shore? Is that what they would call the girls that were
Oh,
ugly?
yeah. Mhm.
Remember, they would call them grenades. He was taking all the grenades, and Kenny was getting all the hot friends. Tell me I'm wrong. I
No,
need
you're
you to look
right.
me in the
You're
eyes and tell me I'm wrong.
absolutely right.
And now that he has this platform where he can make Kenny look like a goddamn idiot, he's gonna do it. And I'm lining up to watch it.
I love it. I like the energy he's bringing to the table, and I honestly think, it feels out of left field at times, but I do think he's onto something because I think Kenny's trying to play this like coy, like sensitive. Me and my dad.
I
Me and
don't
my
have seven girl.
girlfriend.
I don't have seven
me-
girlfriends.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's like Kenny, girl.
Kenny, stop. We
Kenny,
know.
stop.
And bless. Live it up. I kind of don't like that he's in a relationship because I want him bringing around like some new flavor of the week so Lindsay can like decimate them. You know what I mean? Like that's fun.
No, I know. I definitely agree.
Because when Lindsay was like, as much as Lindsay makes everything about herself, like when she was, and she like, but like she is the only person that's like actually doing her job often on these shows. She's like, okay, sir, are you ready to marry this girl? Because this girl's moving across the fucking country to be with you. Like, I would need a ring. So like, what's this? And I'm like, you're right. But again, it's like I'm like I would like ugh. I
she's
kind of
not
want him
wrong.
single.
She's mostly never wrong.
150% right about it. But it's like, and he was like so mad at her, and it's like because she's right, and he didn't propose to her, and she probably was like, I want a ring, and he was like, no.
Well, he also gives like
Player.
I think Kenny pulls some hot girlfriends, but I think Whitney is, I mean Whitney is I think he's hot, but Whitney is beautiful. I think she can do way better than his ass. And I think that he like yeah, not young, but like a little bit younger. I think she's probably like in her early 30s. No, she was on Nick Viall's season of The Bachelor. There's no way she's in her 20s. Like that season was like 10 years ago now.
Oh, she was on The Bachelor?
Yeah, she was on with Rachel Lindsay, Jasmine from the Valley. Like they were all on that season together.
I literally didn't even think about. I didn't even.
Yeah.
Okay, you can answer this for me. Was
Okay.
Jasmine from the Valley an out lesbian whenever she was
On The Bachelor?
No, when she was a cheerleader?
I don't know.
A Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I think no, right? Because then she's on The Bachelor.
It was
Jasmine was on DCC. The Bachelor. Now it's connecting in my brain.
Yeah, it was DCC, then The Bachelor, then The Valley. Then
so she was definitely saying she was straight.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know if she is bi or she is full lesbianic, but I'm not sure where she lands on that spectrum. But she definitely was. She definitely was.
Like, I want to know if she was like up here being like, my girlfriend told me that I could be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, and her being like,
no.
And like Kelly and Judy being like, go, you know what I mean? Being like, how do we deal with this? Like, I would love. That's what I want for season 4 of America's.
I haven't watched season 3 yet. Was it good?
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
I need to get back in with those girls.
Yeah, it's good. It takes a minute, but it's good. Like, trust the process because the last 2 episodes are like incredible.
Mm-hmm.
What were we saying? Gavin wants Kenny to go down. Gavin's like, I'm sick of being the sidekick. I'm sick of when we both approach girls at the thing. They both want to get with you and none of them want to get with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I find Gavin attractive. I don't think he's ugly at all.
Like, I think he's like Gavin over. I would swing Gavin over Kenny.
Because he looked like he would like be in it with you. Whereas Kenny would try to look in the mirror at himself the whole time.
Well, yeah, right. And Gavin also looks like a lot of my ex-boyfriends.
Yeah, sure. And also Gavin can fuck, and I don't think Kenny can fuck.
1000%. Kenny's missionary down.
And just like there and is like, aren't I so hot? And you're like, no. You know what I mean? But like, although he is, Gavin, I do find Kenny is hot. I do find him attractive.
Well, yeah, he's very hot.
But again, we've been there where it's like, he's so hot. You get there, you're ready to go. And then it's like, oh, that's what this was? Oh, I hated this.
Well, but Gavin gives that he is gifted and he's a gifted lover in the way he will make sure you're good. Like he'll make sure you're taken care of.
Sure.
I think he chows down.
Mm-hmm. And I said I can pinpoint where the hate is for Kenny's relationship with Gavin, or I can pinpoint why Gavin hates Kenny's relationship. Gavin wants to go bag chicks at the bar, and Kenny is wifed up now. It's not rocket science.
Yeah. No, I mean that's it. And I think Gavin is right that this relationship may implode. It does seem that Kenny and Whitney are still together though, so it's not imploding just yet.
I'm excited for in the trailer we saw whenever Gavin said to Kenny, "You're the Bernie Madoff of the restaurant world," and I'm like, that has me watching because that's gonna blow it up.
But
And I
Patrick
want to
is-
hear why, because I bet you he's like fucked people over bad.
I'm sure he has, but that's restaurant people. Like restaurant people in New York City are assholes. Like
I know,
if
but
you
I just like I want it like that will be a fun reveal for us of
I
like
agree.
what the stories are.
No, I completely agree. But the episode ends on this Kyle Amanda fight, and this was a really, I mean, every week it seems we get another terrible moment of Amanda Batula on our
Like
screens somewhere.
just literally both of them hating each other so much and being like, "Why are we together?" Yeah.
But she says, in quote, "I'm dealing with stress in our marriage. Why am I going to care about work?" When Kyle's talking about how when she walked into this room with while she was with the camera crew, he was like in a meeting to hopefully lock in a $5 million deal for Loverboy. And Kyle, has been very open about all these financial issues that he's having, and these loans that he's taken out for Loverboy are in his name, and it's something like 100K a month he owes in just life expenses and loans. And it's
then, like,
crazy how she can't totally understand that sometimes business is still important.
Yes. And why are they living in this really nice big apartment when they can't afford it?
Right. I wonder, but you know what? I bet because the apartment is on the same floor as the Loverboy office, I think that
He runs it all through. He runs it all through the business. He runs the whole thing through the business, which makes sense. Yeah,
I mean, smart.
it is smart.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be together. I mean, we know that they're not together. Like, it's just bad. The whole thing is bad. It's bad news bears.
No, it's bad. It's terrible.
And again, it's hard because when she says, "Here's the only things I don't want you to do," and you did all of them, and then he has nothing to say to that. He shuts down and he sits there. And then when she reveals, "How about when you cheated on me with this girl, and then you cheated on me with this girl, and then you cheated on me with this girl," and like, there's a part of me where I'm like, yeah, like, no wonder you went and like cheated with someone and was like getting with someone, but you literally picked the only person that you shouldn't have done this with, and you did it. Is the problem?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, like, obviously, I don't support him, cheating the day after they get married, or at a party making out with girls, and the girls are. I mean,
and
it's
like
all
not
terrible,
even like,
but
and again, not even like publicly cheating, like not even like meeting up with your mistress and banging her in her apartment and then leaving, like being in public where people are filming you and then making out with girls.
yeah, it's terrible.
That's really bad.
Really bad. He doesn't have respect for her. Like it's all really bad, but it's also like it's hard when we are sitting in this moment.
No, and then we know.
But it's hard because we're sitting here watching Amanda be terrible, and we're like,
yeah.
If we had seen all these scenes play out and she had not blown up her life, I think we would have still been even a little team her. But it's hard watching these scenes when the world is rooting against her, when she has been treated poorly.
When he slammed her, when he was like, "You haven't even asked me a question in like the last month, like about anything that I'm doing."
No, and they don't talk, they don't fuck, they don't.
And again, like he, like in theory, is like paying for most of their life with this business, so it's like you gotta, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But then she has.
Wasn't she like the CFO or something? Wasn't she like a part of the business? Why is she no longer doing that?
She was the CMO.
Because they can't pay her.
She was the CMO or like head of creative or something like that, because she oversaw all. I mean, she did have a big hand allegedly in the graphics and the design of all the merch. They made a ton of money off of that, but there is drama with that allegedly, though, that she stole the logo from a different company. But there's a whole TikTok thread about that. Y'all can look it up. I don't have all the details on that, but sounds like Amanda.
Yeah. It also just like isn't. It's just it's hard when you like. It's like they've had this fight like 700 times.
Yeah.
And there's no. It just is this.
Yeah.
Like the twain do not meet.
Agreed.
God.
Well,
They
Chris,
should
what
have been-
other
yeah.
that was this episode of In the City, but like what other things are you consuming reality
I have
television wise
two-
that you're loving?
I have two more notes. I will say.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
I
go ahead.
read my two last notes?
Yeah.
I wrote in there about the scene in the CVS that I hated.
Yeah, we don't have time on that actually.
I said there's no scene before the scene or walk up shots in this show, and a lot of the scenes, like, it causes a lack of character development. We just plop in the middle of a conversation at a random place, and I have no idea who Yvonne or Andrea's wife actually are. Like, we don't have these,
Lexi.
like, I just don't know. I don't know from them. We don't have these, like, character building. So much of Bravo is, like, character building because these people are going to be on the show for so long. And it's like, we've left that part of it behind, and that's really a problem. Because, again, you're, like, saying, what's Georgina? I'm like, who is that? Like, I'm like, and I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to do a bit of it. I really am like, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, that is that one girl that, like, they show up and they're at, like, a play date, and Yvonne's like, I'm at a play date, what? Like, but I'm like, who is that girl? I don't know. Like, and it's just like, there's like character development scenes that we're not getting that like we need to get. Even of Lindsay being like,
I kind of know everyone. I feel like I
maybe
don't know.
maybe not watching hard enough. Maybe I'm not.
You did say you were at the laundromat.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's a thing where like we're not getting our regular Bravo scenes in here, and I'm missing that part of it. Like really badly, because that will be better than most scenes where we like again Kenny with his dad, where we're like, okay, we get it, like, and then we actually get nothing from it. You know what I mean? Whereas like,
I get it. I do get that, but I also think they're trying a new. I do think the production team here is trying like
a new thing, and I'm not enjoying it.
It's like a quippy, like quick scenes where flashing back quickly between each scenes. It's New York City, and things move quickly in New York City.
Man, I guess like, do I really want to spend more time with Yvonne and Billy Crudup? No.
Yeah, did you want the walk-up scene of them walking up?
Or Danielle and Owen, spelled Eoin or whatever it is.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about that actually. They continue to kind of drill him on this marriage situation. Y'all, there's definitely some crossover. There has to be crossover between Danielle and that.
Yeah.
And that ex-wife.
Well, because you'd be like, I'm separated, and then we started dating. You would just be like, that's.
He's so defensive about it that you're like, oh, so you did.
I was filming something I did essentially a pilot for something that never was picked up, and it never. So even if I told you what it was, you'd be like, well, I don't know what this is. And we like had filmed our scenes, and we did all the stuff, and then we were doing the interviews to kind of be like, who are you? And it's kind of like an odd. Think of like the first episode of something when it's like the people explain who they are. Like it's a lot of that, so that like the network can then see what you did. You know what I mean? Like who is this person? Like what are they doing? Blah blah. And this person comes in and they're like, I am not going to talk about how I met my spouse. And we all were like, well, that makes us even more want to know because we know it's drama. And two, you should have just lied. You know what I mean? And like, it's like, or just say, we met on an app. We met on an app. We met when we met at a bar.
Yeah, you can't have secrets
like,
on reality TV.
It comes out. And this person was like, I can't discuss it. I can't. And we were like, well, why? Like, and why are you telling me that you can't? Like, why are you making this a big deal? Because now it's a huge deal. Same thing with the two of them. They're like, we can't discuss this. We can't talk about it. And it's like, well, now I know that there's a smoking gun and I want to see it. You should have been like, we met on an app.
I thought it was crazy that last week she talked about how the ex-wife lives in New York City. I thought it was like overseas because he's Irish or Scottish,
or whatever. Yeah.
Like I'm like
maybe back in Scotland. Else. Yeah.
The idea that this all happened just in the city. There's no way there wasn't a little just ounce of foul play here.
And also just say he had just separated from his wife and we met at a bar. Done.
Right. Even if there was crossover,
even if that's a lie, just say that. Like, because like, do you think that the ex-wife is gonna come out and like be like, no, blah blah? Like because P.S. we're gonna find out anyway because someone in his circle is gonna go to the internet because people are monsters and they can't keep their fucking shit to themselves. So like, someone's gonna tattle on them if anyone knows about it. But then if no one knows about it, just say once he was separated from his wife and his boys brought him out to the bar, we met. But you being like, I'm not going to discuss this is the worst thing to say on camera.
It only makes everyone go, who? Who?
And then you have
I want
all
to
of the
learn
internet
more.
being like, I have no life, so let me go like dig into like what this is. Last note. I quoted Yvonne, my girl, that I said was terrible, that I've literally beat to a pulp, but I have to quote her. I have to quote her here. You have a tendency to give more of yourself when someone isn't giving you what you want, is what she said about Lindsay. And I've never heard a truer thing about Lindsay ever said.
I
Because we've watched that 700 times on Summer House.
and guys, and I have been known to do that myself. That did land for me too. I'm a very like I'm an all in type of person in friendships and everything. And so, but if I start to feel a pull away, sometimes I'm not good at like allowing that pull away to happen. I'm like, hey, hey, hey.
Is this why we still haven't gotten drinks and hung out in real life outside of
Chris,
this?
you stopped sending me anything. Okay,
I
said I will
know.
come to the duplex.
I know. It's my fault, but I was gonna end this with like, why aren't we hanging
Well,
out?
we're gonna see each other at that thing in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we are, and then we're going to be friends.
We are friends,
And we are,
but we haven't.
but we are, but better, but real friends,
Yes,
like friends that
yes.
see each other, not on a Zoom.
Not on a Zoom. Well, Chris, before I let you go, are you watching anything else that you love on Bravo? Any other reality? Anything?
What am I watching? The Rhode Island reunion was incredible.
Great work, ladies. Great
Liz is a master. I'm sorry. Everyone, whether you hate her or love her or whatever, you must tip the hat to that beautiful play at the reunion. Masterful.
Agreed.
For a
She's
season one,
great TV. She's
season
great
one,
TV.
episode 1 reunion, master. When she made Rula talk about, go ahead, Rula, tell everyone what I told you. And then for her to then have it end up being a reveal that Rula and her husband called her husband. Beautiful. Never raised her voice. Never yelled at anyone. Meanwhile, 2 truck drivers showed up, Rula and fucking Joellen. You're a fucking slut. Loved it.
Those ladies, they're gonna have a stellar
We're good.
career.
We're so good. Like, we're so back. It's not even funny.
Agreed. Just 6 brunettes having words.
Love
with each other.
it. And Tom, I said this the other day on a podcast, but Tom, I am like chomping at the bit to see what literal river rats come out of the woodwork to try to get on the show to like defame our girls.
Well,
like there's going to be 17 Kim D's trying to get on the show now because they're like so famous and being like, you sucked my husband's dick in 2007. Like how it's coming, right?
Yes. And I also think that there's this online discourse about, was Liz initially cast with like a different group of ladies that like are a little more her age? Because as the season went on, you realize that Liz is like friends with everyone's moms. And like, and I want there to be like 1 or 2, either like one friend of maybe, that are brought in from Liz's friends. So there's just some more of like an older like Italian,
but like
mafia
is Rula
vibe.
young? Is Rula young? And like Joellen's not that young, is she?
No, but Rosie, Kelsey, Ashley, I feel like
they're younger than us, are they?
No, we are older than. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, I know that Rosie is 34 and Kelsey is like 30, which we're older than them.
No, we see, but they feel like the little sisters, like in a way that Tinsley felt like the little sister. That like I feel fine about.
But I want a little more. I need one more kind of like matriarch.
One more broad, yeah.
Yeah, because Alicia is even younger than you think she is. She just has like an older energy because she's been like just worn down by Italian.
Yes, you want to talk about a star? You want to talk about a breakout star? That's a star.
Yep. I love a horse. I love a cracker. I love it's
so
just
watchable. When Liz said that she was in a store and she goes, "Oh, I love the blanket." She goes, "What the fuck am I saying?" Like so good, so good.
No, it's great. It's great.
Loved Rhode Island, and
ahead.
I mean, what else? I mean, I'm watching everything, but like the Rhode Island reunion really was top tier work.
Top tier. Tell everyone what's going on with Fixing Famous People these days.
Well, we are next week, depending on when this comes out.
This will be out on Saturday.
We are splitting the show into 2 episodes a week. So on Wednesday, we're going to be doing the prefix, and a review of something that we found on a streamer or an album or something like that, and then we are doing the actual fix with our guest, like Tom, on Fridays, and so that's really, really big for us, and we're really excited. So
yes, so excited, guys. The show is so funny. Like, please go listen to Fixing Famous People. It is a funny ass show.
For those of you that don't know, basically, it's Dominic is like a producer that's been a producer longer than me, and so he did like season 2 of Real Housewives of New York. Like, he's OG. We basically do Wendy Williams Hot Topics for 45 minutes, and then we have guests on like yourself. And we basically pick a celebrity that needs fixing, either because they are in PR hot water or we want better for them. We go through their career, we talk about their snafus and their triumphs, and then we both pitch an idea of how this celebrity can fix himself, and then the guest, like Tom, picks the winner. And you've fixed you've had many people with us, so we fixed.
We did Kelly Rowland. We did Ellen Barkin, and we did Sneaker Night.
There's someone in the middle. Vanessa Hudgens, yes. So there's 3 episodes of Tom. If this is your first foray into our show, you can go listen to him. Yeah. And I'm at the DeRosa everywhere and Fixing Famous People everywhere.
Yes. And guys, make sure to follow Dumpster Dive wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want an early access version of this, check out the Patreon at patreon.com/dumpsterdivepod. Follow me at the Tom Hamlet. And Chris, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Bye, guys.